Pinka's library. One of Pinka's favorite things to do was to take a walk with her mother every afternoon. But today, her mother had too much work to do inside, so Pinka decided to take a walk by herself in their big, beautiful garden. She wandered past the weeping willow trees, whose long branches danced in the wind, and made her way to the green lawn bordered by a wooden fence. Her father had built that fence all by himself, and knowing that always made Pinka smile. This time, however, something caught her eye. In the corner where the fence met the trees, there was a small bump she had never noticed before. As she got closer, she saw it wasn't a bump at all, it was a tiny little door. How strange. She couldn't remember her father ever building or even mentioning a door there. She stood for a moment, wondering what could be inside. What could possibly be behind such a small door, she thought, and started to turn back toward the house. But after only a few steps, her curiosity got the better of her. She went back, took hold of the tiny handle, and pulled. The door was so small that she had to wiggle and squeeze to get through. When she finally made it to the other side, she shook herself off and looked up. What she saw made her gasp in amazement. There were shelves upon shelves of books, stretching higher than she could see. Winding staircases twisted between them, seeming to go on forever. A sharp, sweet smell of old books filled the air. It was the biggest library she had ever seen, but for such a grand place, it seemed empty. If this is a library, she thought, there must be a librarian. She looked to her left and to her right, but saw no one. Then, she heard a voice. "Hello, little girl." Pinka spun around, but she couldn't see where the voice had come from. She looked up and saw a fluffy, yellow owl perched on a branch, looking down at her with kind, twinkling eyes. "Wow, how can an owl talk?" Pinka whispered to herself. Before she could think another thought, the owl spoke again. "How can I help you, little girl?" "I'm not a little girl," Pinka said, finding her voice. "I have a name, and what might that be?" asked the owl. "My name is Pinka, and I'm looking for the librarian," she said. The owl puffed out his chest proudly. "Well, I am the wise owl, and I am the librarian." "You have found who you are looking for," Pinka giggled. "I'm so surprised. I never knew owls could talk, and I've certainly never met one who was a librarian," she said. "I just came from my garden. I didn't know there was a secret passage like this. I'm realizing there are a lot of things I don't know today. Tell me, are you real, or am I dreaming?" "Don't be so surprised, Pinka," said the wise owl. "We birds have special talents, too. You'll get used to me." Pinka found that a strange thing to say. Why would she need to get used to him? She moved on to her other questions. How did I get here from my garden? How can such a huge library fit in our backyard? And most importantly, why does it feel so empty? Wise owl. Whoa, slow down, Pinka. The owl hooted with a laugh. "I understand you're amazed, but please, one question at a time. First of all, this library isn't empty. Don't you see all the thousands of books on these shelves?" Pinka had never seen a laughing owl before, but at this point, she wasn't sure what to be surprised by anymore. She just wanted answers. The wise owl continued. "This place is full, you see. It's full of your books." "My books?" Pinka asked, confused. She thought of her upcoming birthday and wondered if her father had hidden her presents here. "No, you misunderstand," the wise owl said gently. "All the books in this library belong to you. All of them," Pinka whispered. The wise owl sighed softly. "This library holds everything you have ever learned and everything you will ever learn as you grow up. It is as full as a lifetime. You see, you are the author of these books. You write them with your memories. And the answers to all the questions you'll ever have are hidden here too." Pinka felt her head spin. "How can all my memories already be here?" The wise owl explained. "Not all the books are written yet. As I said, you write them as you live. For example, the adventure you are having right now, look, it's being written in that book over there." There was a moment of silence. In the quiet, Pinka suddenly thought of a loud, happy song. The name of the song was on the tip of her tongue, but she couldn't quite remember it. She squinted her eyes, trying to think. "I can help you with that," said the wise owl, as if he had read her mind. Pinka watched as the owl flew to a nearby book with music notes on the cover and nudged it open with his beak. And there it was. The song she couldn't remember. Suddenly, Pinka's eyes fluttered open. She was no longer in the magical library. She was curled up on the sofa in her own living room. It seemed she had fallen asleep during an unexpected afternoon nap. Her mother saw that she was awake. "Oh, you're up, Pinka. Perfect timing. I just finished my work. Let's not waste this beautiful afternoon. Go get your shoes on." Pinka followed her mother toward the front door, but just before she closed it behind her, she hesitated. Faintly, from the living room, she could hear a tune playing. It was the very same loud, happy song from her dream.